Yo, welcome back, Ball Central Channel. It's your boy Phil. It's a quick video today. Since we're in the off season, not a lot of football or basketball is being played right now. Training camps are starting for football. I believe soon. The Hall of Fame game's coming up, but just a random topic I wanted to talk about that's been circulating NBA media. But before we get into that, welcome to the Ball Central Channel. Basically, sports and comedy combined with a bunch of guys. Myself, Elijah, John, TJ will lead. So if you like sports with some comedy on the side, like I said, we're not experts, but we pretend to be because that's what everyone on socials love to be, especially on Twitter or X. Sorry, because I still think it's Twitter, but yeah, we're just a bunch of guys who love our sports and love to tell jokes for sports. So feel free to give us a follow. Make sure you like the video. Comment down below on the topic that we're about to talk about. Subscribe and put notifications so you see videos like this whenever we upload. So with that being said, let's get into it. So there's something I wanted to bring up real quick. So the Olympics are almost underway, and there's one player in the Olympics that said a really convincing statement, or not, depends what you think about it, but Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers is also a member of Team USA this year. He says in a recent interview, I'm probably the most hated guy in the league. I do not know why. So that's the statement he gave to Bleacher Report and I believe other news outlets. So I just wanted to talk about why this might be the case or why this might not be the case. So if you check social media, you always see someone getting hated, whether it's a player, whether it's a let's call it a celebrity, whether it's a personality, an online personality, whatever you see, because the internet nowadays is fueled by hatred. Hate gets views, hate gets paid, etc., etc. And Joel is making the claim that his name gets money because he's the most hated guy in the NBA. I'm I'm here to say I don't believe so, just because there is one guy that is the most hated NBA and will be until he leaves, and I think that's LeBron James personally. But I also think other players are also more hated than Embiid. But let's just go one by one. But first, let's talk about why Joel Embiid believes he's the most hated. Now, we can go a classic route here. He's hated because he hasn't made a conference finals in the East. He has been in the East now for I don't know how long. He has, let's see, Joel Embiid overview. He has been in the league since forever. I'm looking it up right now. Career. He has been in the league since 2016, 2017. I'm using all things reference to basketball reference right now. .com, the website where a bunch of people get their basketball info. Actually, I'm going to look it up right here. I'm going to show it on the screen so it makes help as a reference. So basically, okay, so Joel Embiid has been in the league since 2016, 2017 because he took a year or two off for injury, maybe a year or so. So he's been in the league for about 7 to 8 years. He's grown up to be one of the best players in the league and an MVP winner, I believe, a year ago. So where do we go from here, though? Let's see. He is what? This year, he averaged 34, 11, and 5. And his whole career, 27, 11, and 3, 50% from the field, 34, 38 from the three-point line, 80% from 3, efficiency, 50%. Okay. So let's just check out this year solely. Let's see, full schedule results. Okay, so wait, let's just check out. Let's check out right here. So 2014, 2015 did not play. 2015, 2016 did not play. He was rookie of the year. Let's see, 12th in MVP voting 2017, 7th in MVP voting. He was an All-Star in 2019 as well. He was All-Star the last 2 years. Second in MVP voting in 2021, 2020, All-Star as well. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 All-Star appearances. But the knock on him he's always been out the second round. So you can see his averages right here, 30, 28, 23. But the big argument for Joel Embiid is in the playoffs, he's shrunk. So we're going to go, except for, I believe, a good amount of years, but let's see. We're going to go, what's this playoffs? So we're gonna go back, starting from this year backwards. So 34.7 points in the regular season this year. He played a amount of games because he was injured. 33 points in the playoffs, which is not a big drop off. Regular season, 33 points per game, 2022, 2023. Hey, 23.7 in the playoffs. That's a 10-point drop off. 30.6 points the year before that. And 23.6 points drop off from that. So, and I believe most of them drop off as well. The year before that, 28.5. Okay, 28. 30 in the playoffs. Yeah, so recently he's been a playoff dropper. But going off of that, he has been not making the conference finals. And as an MVP award winner, I believe if you want to check the facts, he is the only MVP award winner to not make a conference. And that's a true stat, I believe. So maybe that's why they hate you, because, you know, as an MVP candidate, MVP award winner, your expectations is, you know, hopefully a championship. But if you can't even get to a conference finals, you know, you deserve some criticism and some hate, because the meme on Twitter is an event happens and they say, oh, this happened before Joel Embiid reached the conference finals. For example, Joe Biden, he resigned presidency for his upcoming year, and they said Joe Biden ran for president and resigned, will not be running again before Joel Embiid made the conference finals. They also said, what else did they say? They said a lot of, basically anything political or anything crazy in our history. They said, or in basketball wise as well. They said Tatum got a ring before Joel Embiid made the conference finals. They said Trey made the conference finals, I believe. They said a lot of people made the conference finals, and I think it's a legitimate argument for Joel Embiid, just because, you know, you're one of the greats in the league right now. You're arguably a top 3, top 5 player, and you have yet made an Eastern Conference Finals with, you know, the West has been stacked for years. LeBron is no longer in the East. Prime LeBron is no longer in the East. There's no reason why you should be not at least making a run to the conference finals or more in your career. And probably a big issue of that has been injuries, because he cannot stay healthy. He wasn't playing 100% last year against the Knicks in the playoffs and the regular season that year as well. So honestly, there is a lot to hate or be critical about for Joel Embiid. So I understand where he's getting a lot of the hate from. Most of it's justified, just because when your team needs you the most, you can't stay healthy, and especially during playoff time, you tend to shrink in the playoffs as well, especially the last couple of years. Hey, you've been having some reckless swings with your limbs in the playoffs. Mitch Robinson got hurt recently. He's low-key known as a dirty player, but, you know, not the worst offender besides Draymond. So, I mean, there's a lot to hate on Joel Embiid about, but we also got to be honest and critical about it. If you're hating Joel Embiid just for different reasons besides he hasn't been a winner, I mean, hey, that's the only thing you can say about Joel Embiid. He has an MVP. He's one of the best players in the league. Just the only knock on him has been his health and his playoff success. And that's what a lot of people are going to judge you on in sports. Can you win? Can you win the big one? Can you at least make it to the big one? And Joel Embiid hasn't done that. But enough with Joel Embiid. I have plenty of players who in the NBA who are definitely more hated than Joel Embiid. LeBron James. That's I'm gonna say that's an easy one. LeBron, Ramon, the GOAT James. He has been hated on so bad by the media ever since he got in the NBA. They're still hating on today. Skip Bayless. Now that he's not, I think he's leaving Fox Sports or whatever, retirement, whatever his thing is. He has hated LeBron from back then till now. You know how bad and how committed you have to be to hate someone their entire career? No one who has done that with Joel Embiid. What sports personality, announcer, etc., has hated Joel Embiid his entire career? At least a known one. Skip Bayless is arguably one of the most famous sports personalities, and it has been one of his personalities or one of his traits to hate on LeBron James. He does something, LeBron James does something great. He gives a backhanded compliment. Oh, LeBron has been killing it in the Olympics, or the exhibition matches for the Olympics against Sudan and Germany. LeBron is the king of practice games now, according to Skip Bayless. He has been one of the best haters of LeBron James throughout his entire career, and I think if you want to compare it to most hated players in the NBA, LeBron is one of them. He gets blamed for Miami. He gets blamed for a lot of stuff. He gets blamed for coaches getting fired. There's so much stuff that people hate LeBron for that some may be reasonable, some maybe not, but I believe he gets more hate than Joel Embiid. And this might be a bias because, I'm a Celtics fan. Of course, you see the Jaylen Brown t-shirt. What inspires you apparel? Shout out to a friend of the show, Mr. Lawrence Elliott. He is in charge of it. I'm sure to put the link down, the little small ad for him. He makes great sports shirts, NFL, NBA, MLB. I have a Jason Tatum one just like this. Also, I need a Max One hat. Just plenty of stuff, cool stuff to check out. The link for his site will be down below. But I think Jason Tatum gets more hate than Joel Embiid, if we're being perfectly honest. Yeah, I've seen as a Celtics fan, Jason Tatum get criticized so much. He didn't win Finals MVP. He's getting criticized. He's on a winning team. He's getting criticized. He's not winning MVP. He's getting criticized. I think he gets more hate than Joel Embiid has, just because whenever Joel Embiid has a bad game, you don't see much of it. At least I don't. But when Tatum has a bad game, everyone is on him in social media. You know how I know Jason Tatum has more hate than Joel Embiid? Every time he has a bad game, there is a Hispanic man ready to dance on someone's timeline. Every time Jason Tatum has a bad game, there is a meme video or pic of a Latino man that looks like him, Hispanic man that looks like him, ready to dance. That's how I know Jason Tatum has more hate in the NBA than Joel Embiid. And there's literally people celebrating him not winning Finals MVP, even though he won a championship. That's how much hate Jason Tatum has. People hate Jason Tatum so much, as soon as he won the Finals, he's copywriting everybody. We copied KG. We did it. We copied Steph Curry. What are they going to say now? He just did a cover for some magazines. He's copying the Great Gatsby. Every time Jason Tatum does something, it's almost always met with negativity. And Jason Tatum, coming off a Finals run where he led the Celtics in every single important category, points, rebounds, and assists, not only throughout the playoffs, but in the Finals, people still find a way to hate it. They point out that he shot the worst Finals percentage in NBA history, which is true. It's not a good thing to be proud of, but they try to find all the negatives, whether it's small or big, and ignore the positives. And as someone who's a Celtics fan and a Jason Tatum supporter, I've seen it all. I've seen more slander on the timeline, and probably because I'm a Celtics fan, for Jason Tatum than Joel Embiid, personally. Who deserves more? Honestly, Joel Embiid, just because, yes, he's won an MVP, but it doesn't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring. The Bulls said it. The Warriors couldn't do it after they had one of the best records in NBA history and failed to capture a title. So, I mean, Jason Tatum, I don't want to turn this to Jason Tatum hate love video, but I'm just giving you my opinions on who I think is more hated than Joel Embiid in the NBA, and I think those two guys are very polarizing figures. LeBron James, for obvious reasons, it's LeBron James. People are going to hate greatness every chance they get. They hate on his schools. He has done nothing wrong in the public eye outside of basketball. That's hard. I mean, I know that's something that should be expected for a lot of athletes and celebrities, but nowadays apparently it's not. But I'm not going to go into the politics and stuff with that. But he has everything basketball he's been criticized of: super teams, flopping, getting coaches fired, the Bron and Jordan debate, Bron soft, etc., etc. Jason Tatum, he is overrated. He can't. He's this and that. He doesn't deserve the success he's having. He's not clutch, etc., etc. If I could name someone else that gets more hate than Joel, maybe Luka, but I think Embiid still has a little bit more. But the top two answers that I think it's a valid point to bring up: Jason Tatum and LeBron James. I think those guys get more hate than Joel Embiid. I do think Joel Embiid is a top 5 hated player in the league just because of injuries and his lack of winning in his career. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know how you guys feel. Is Joel Embiid the most hated? And if not, let me know who. And if you agree, and if you say he is, hey, give me your examples. Let me know why LeBron and Jason Tatum aren't more hated than him. Let's have a conversation down below in the comments. It is a slow off season. NBA is around the corner in 2 months, I believe 3. And NFL is starting up, I believe, next week with the Hall of Fame game because I'm dropping this on a Friday. So hey, let's have a conversation. Let's get to know each other better before the NBA, NFL, NHL, etc. start, so we can get to know each other, so we can talk shit to each other, talk trash to each other, and throw some jokes obviously down the road when these seasons finally start. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like and comment down below, subscribe, put a notification so you know when we upload. And with that being said, we'll see you next time on Baller Central. Yeah.